Let's enter the grifter zone.
Rose Tico is a bad character. Rose Tico is an objectively bad character. Rose Tico is one of the worst characters in the history of Star Wars. That doesn't mean anything negative towards Kelly Marie Tran. I think Kelly Marie Tran is great. I think she's a very sweet person. And I think she deserves far better. Rose Tico didn't deserve better, but Kelly Marie Tran definitely deserved better.
Bro, you can't make this shit up, bro. You cannot make this shit up. This is young Jeremy. Back at the time where this was happening, talking about the character and saying that the actress is great and doesn't deserve any hate. How are you going to start off by saying these are the facts? Right? You said this is the facts. Let me bring it back up. Hold on. Let's make sure we're on the same page. The facts. In 2018, Geeks and Gamers encourage harassment against Vietnamese American actor Kelly Marie Tran.
Doesn't mean anything negative towards Kelly Marie Tran. I think Kelly Marie Tran is great. I think she's a very sweet person. And I think she deserves far better. Rose Tico didn't deserve better, but Kelly Marie Tran definitely deserved better.
Bro, how can you say that that was the facts and all it takes is a simple video search to prove you wrong before we even get into the rest of your obvious bullshit? If you're going to lie, maybe you should keep it for the ending, right? Don't put it out there. Like, this is not the facts. This is lies. All of this is lies. This is coping and seething to the max. Geeks and Gamers champion RK Outpost, a channel that frequently targets marginalized actors, including Moses Ingram, a Black American cast member in the TV series Kenobi. So you're mad that he called black girls retarded, right? You're mad he called certain black actresses retarded. But then your entire narrative gets completely thrown out the fucking water because he calls other white actors retarded too. You cannot say it's targeted harassment and it's racism if he calls white actors and actresses retarded too. The problem is that since you have such a fetish for POCs, you're only focusing on what happened to POCs. You are projecting your own insecurities and your own racism on other YouTubers because all you saw was a black person getting attacked. That's all you saw. And they weren't even getting attacked. They were being criticized for their terrible fucking performance, which we are fully allowed to do, by the way. And it's free fucking speech. If I want to call somebody retarded, I can call somebody retarded so long as they're acting retarded, and they did. So it is what it is. But I know you guys don't like that R word, you know, that whole ableism shit. Then Geeks and Gamers and RK Outpost frequently co-host a live stream Friday Night Tights, our Nerdrotic's YouTube channel, 1.1 million subscribers, where the three channels have made a profitable business, reusing prolonged insults against marginalized actors featured in Star Wars, Captain Marvel, and The Lord of the Rings. The Rings of Power, to name a few. What about all the white people they made fun of? Because they made fun of plenty of white people too. But you're okay with that. You're okay with white people getting attacked. You're okay with white people getting made fun of. But the moment your precious little POC pets get attacked, you're like, I will not stand for this.
You don't understand. My name is Emily, and I believe that Black Lives Matter. And I will not stand for this. I know that there's other slavery in other countries happening right now. I know that. But I won't stand for it here. I don't want to hear about the China slave shops. I don't want to hear about none of that because you don't understand. I don't stand for slavery. I don't stand for racism. Unless that slavery and racism can provide me with an iPhone and Starbucks and Nike sneakers and t-shirts every day. then I guess I'm okay with it. But otherwise, I cannot stand with it. So if you want me to stand with it, then you at least need to give me a Starbucks. You need to make me a new iPhone. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to call you racist.
Shut the fuck up, Emily. Amanda is the current target of this YouTube-based operation. Together, Geeks and Gamers, RK Outpost, and Nerdrotic have led the charge against Amanda even before the release of The Acolyte, producing nearly 40 videos relevant to Amanda and The Acolyte since May. These channels have asserted that Amanda is vapid and narcissistic, the adult pretender, dumb, and a half-black bitch for defending herself against racism. Do you understand that she is, in fact, a half-black bitch? By, like, actual definition. Do you understand? Like, you understand that, right? She has a rich, white daddy. You realize that, right? A rich, white daddy. And then she's an adult pretender. Guess what? Because her job is an actress. So she actually is factually an adult pretender by definition. And then vapid and narcissistic, yeah. It takes an extra level of narcissism to try to drop a diss track on people you ideologically disagree with. And then on top of that, you try to say that they attacked her before the show came out. Gee, could it be because there was a press tour before the show came out for months? All talking about how the chuds are not welcomed in The Acolyte. All talking about how the show is made for the modern audience. All talking about how if you don't like what you see in the press tour, then you don't have to watch it. Which, guess what? That means that if they're allowed to make content before the show comes out, then Geeks and Gamers and Nerdrotic are also allowed to make content before the show comes out. If they can do it, so can they. This all boils down to a simple fact. And this is the actual facts, okay? This came from somebody who is so envious about the success of Geeks and Gamers and Nerdrotic that they are trying to spin their profession of being critics and conversationalists, and they're trying to spin it into hatred. A YouTuber is allowed to make 100 videos on whatever the fuck they want to. You wouldn't understand that because you are a loser. You have never been successful at YouTube, which is fine. Not everybody is, and that's okay. But don't sit up here and try to ruin the success of others by misrepresenting them and what they do on YouTube. The problem is you're trying to talk to people. You don't talk with people, right? You talk at people. You preach to people. You know how I know this is true? Because you're literally doing this in this picture, in this post right now. You're trying to tell people what to think. You're trying to tell people what to say. You're trying to tell people how to pay someone else. You're trying to tell people what they're allowed to make money on and what they're not. You talk at people. You don't talk with people. This is why you cannot build a community, and this is why you will always be a loser. This is why you will never compare to channels that are much more successful than you, and you will continue to fail every single time you try to do this, and it only gets worse every time you do. The hilarious thing is that they gain thousands upon thousands of subscribers and views every time somebody tries to do this bullshit kind of campaign like this. It's almost as if you guys are their marketing agency. Because at what point do we admit you're insane by the actual definition of the word? Repeating the same thing, expecting different results. Why would you expect the 100th time to be a different result? This is the same thing over and over again. And then you have the audacity. You have the audacity to make an action required. Who the fuck are you to require action when you couldn't even support a TV show from getting canceled? The modern audience couldn't even stop Concord from being canceled after 10 days. Who the fuck do you think you are to be able to go on the internet and say we have a required action? Required by who? Who are you? The only thing you're required to do is to go sign that petition to try to get the fucking Acolyte brought back because you guys got it killed. She says the Star Wars fandom refuses to watch another marginalized actor or fan be singled out by prolonged racist harassment from a handful of YouTubers as a result of YouTube's inaction, which has transformed hate into a lucrative career path. It is concerning to us that targeting marginalized actors on other social media platforms has historically resulted in platform bans, whereas the same behavior has been made provocateurs millionaires on YouTube. This is all about money. All of this is about money that they want to have, but they don't. That's what it is. This is all about money. And you know what's amazing? You guys are trying to use the words marginalized and actors in the same fucking sentence. There is no such thing.